Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here and we are off for more Pikmin. In the last episode, we went to the distant spring for the final time to get both the Kronos reactor and the second Ionian jet, increasing our capabilities in order to access the final level, the final trial. And we're off to beat that level and leave this planet once and for all once we claim our final ship piece. This is, well, I guess it goes without saying that this is going to be a hard area to do in one day. Easily doable in two, but not so easy in one day. And that's what I'm aiming to do. So basically, to start off with, we want 5 yellows. Yeah, I know, very massive number of Pikmin right there. We want 5 yellows. We want maybe 10 reds, and the rest of them can be blues. Because the first third of this day, I'm going way overboard on my reds here. I'm not thinking clearly. Blair. Focusing too much on my commentary here. Want 10 reds and the rest of them can be blues because we need to build up the whole level in a quarter to a third of the day, and then the rest of the day we can use to, well, take out what we got to get. So come on, blues, hurry up, come out of the onion as fast as possible. We've got all flowers at the moment, so that's amazing. Maybe a couple, a few buds in blues. That's not a big deal. And those reds are going dangerously close to the water, like usual. Right, give me all my blues here. There we go. Because to start off with, what we want to do with the blues is to build up both these bridges on every side of this breakable wall, which we've got to break with yellow bomb rocks, of course. So what we want to do is walk up this little slope and place a bunch of Pikmin onto this bridge. But not all of them, because obviously you want a few of them to work on this bridge. But you can't climb up a slope on this one, so what you're going to have to do is chuck your Pikmin over to here, just so we can speed up production a little. Because we don't want to waste any time. Okay, you know what, that'll be enough for that bridge, because I can't really be bothered on chucking all 50 Pikmin up there. So you know what, dismiss, and they can work on that bridge. And that one Pikmin was being a little bit weird, whatever. Grab these 10 reds. Keep away from the water, please, don't be idiots. So I would hate to lose some flowers in this level, because there's no pellets or food items for Pikmin in this level. There are a few pots of nectar, but that's pretty much it. You cannot increase your Pikmin numbers. There is one type of candy pop bud, one of every colour of candy pop bud for you to change your Pikmin to different colours for a limit of 50 each once you make it that far. And you want to take your reds over through that fire field to that box that we're moving, so we can move all 10 with it. Sorry, I'm kind of moving a bit fast for my own commentary to keep up at this point. But the blues are done, the reds are done. Well, blues are almost done. And now comes the most annoying bit, the yellows. What you want to do is chuck them over the water to this island. You don't have to, you could just bring them through the water and whistle them to get them back to the island, but it's practice for this ledge, and it's also practice for getting back, because once we get Pikmin up here, you're going to have to chuck them and hope to God they don't land in the water. Because if too many land in the water, and you lose all your bomb rocks, you cannot progress through this level, and it's pretty much go to sunset or reload your save. So, you don't want to be using too many bomb rocks. This is pretty much the bomb rocks spawning points in this level, so chuck all your Pikmin up there if possible. You know what, I'm going to call the rest of them, because we don't need any more bomb rocks except for 3. Even though I didn't get enough. Okay. You know what? Everyone can grab bomb rocks, because if we have a little failure, it won't act too bad. And wow, I got that Pikmin standing on top of the pipe. Okay, so we've got all 5 bomb rocks here. Now we're going to have to chuck them back, which is kind of a pain. No, turn the camera that way. Because, of course, if you're playing the Wii version, like I said in the previous episode, you would have a slightly extra reach of chucking Pikmin. So that you have a much more margin for error when you're chucking Pikmin. But of course, as the GameCube version, I have to go to the furthest edge of the area that I can stand in without my Pikmin standing in it in order to make the throw. I mean, it seems like here, they may not be able to make it, they might just scratch the surface, but because they jump a little higher, they can easily make it. So I guess that counts for something, I guess. Now, without grabbing any of these blues, awesome, I want to blow open this wall with these bomb rocks. Excuse me. My throat's doing that. It's the time of the day again. Can't have an episode without my throat playing me up. One more bomb. And we're done. Okay, now with the rest of our 2 bombs, we want to blow open 2 more walls. Hopefully that shouldn't be too big of an issue. First wall was this one, and it looks like it's leading to a big arena. I mean, look at it. If you check the map, you can see that this level is tiny, but at the same time, it's quite long because you have to build up the entire level. And yeah, we've got a massive Colosseum-like arena in front of us here, which is not exactly awesome, but what can you do? 1 bomb takes out this entire wall, which is freaking amazing. And we want to blow open this wall, and then we want to go back to our onion and change our Pikmin around. Because that thing, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but just so you know, that's where your last shit piece is. All we want to do is gather all of our Pikmin back and head back to the onion. Have I missed any Pikmin here? No? Cool. Okay then. Let's keep on going. Please say all 100. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now, we do not need blues anymore. Blues have done their job. They have done their duty on helping us escape this planet for now. Well, I say for now, because we don't really need them anymore, and that wasn't exactly the best choice words, but you know what I mean. Once they all go in, what we want is a few more yellows, possibly 20. There we go. You know what, I'm going to take 25 just in case if I have a few deaths. Because you never know what will happen. There we go. So those 20 yellows can come out, and the rest of our platoon, or squadron, our army, whatever you want to call it, is going to be rest of reds, because we need muscle. And hopefully they will all be flowers. Hopefully. Doesn't matter if there's a few, but you always want flowers because they're the most powerful of the bunch. And they can take more abuse, unless they get one-shotted, like being eaten, or doing anything. I'm talking about when they get knocked off an enemy or something. There are no enemies in this level, as you can clearly see, except for one. And what's a game with a final level without a final boss? Well, except for puzzle games, they don't count. Of course. Of course! Anyway. Now I go being derpy again and referencing Street Fighter. Of course! Can't help myself. I'm not saying it again. Come on, you red, you're holding us up here. Right, now, what we want to do is bring all of our Pikmin over here, dismiss them. I was hoping the yellows would have went the other way, because the key to this is bomb rocks and manpower. So you want to lead your Pikmin into here, and somehow you get mass loads of bomb rocks. And there is a bomb rock right there. Pick it up. There we go. That was weird. And just in case, we want to go all the way over here and grab some bomb rocks as well, and we've already wasted half the day. God damn. Got some nectar right there in case we need it. Personally, I'm not going to go for it. Got bugs buzzing around, but I can't see how bugs are any smaller than Pikmin at this point. Because if you check the instruction booklet of the original Pikmin, all of them Pikmin are pretty damn small. I mean, not just because of the scale of how the game looks, but you know. And we still got a few Pikmin missing some bombs, but whatever. I want to grab one bomb Pikmin, and once you touch this thing, get ready for the final battle. Boom! Emperor Bullblacks! Get up, please. Thank you. What you want to do is chuck a bomb over there, either a suicide bomber, or he actually chucks the bomb into his mouth, or onto his tongue, which will do a lot of damage. Stay away from him when the explosion goes off, and when he's stunned, you want to chuck Pikmin up his nostrils! As much damage as possible. He's not going to be stunned for long, so as soon as he gets up, you want to call them back, because if he does that and squishes you, he's going to do a lot of damage. You can see that one yellow didn't survive. Your reds will be fine there. No, I do not want that many bombs, god damn it. I just want one. The key to this is patience, because sometimes he could be a bit of a noob, and that wasn't good. You know what? Return to me. Return to me. Oh god, he's going to chuck it. That was stupid of you, you stupid Pikmin. Then again, it was also my fault because of my timing. Timing is key when fighting Emperor Bullblacks. Right, go. Right, I don't care how many reds I've grabbed. We just need at least 30, but obviously I need to bring some for buffer. Okay, call them back, call them back. Get them away from the feet, because he can easily squash loads of Pikmin. I don't think he has a limit on how many he can kill, either by jumping on them or by or by eating them with his tongue, with his slurpy Yoshi tongue. Come on, you. Got plenty of time. I've taken a nice fifth out of your health already. Only a few Pikmin deaths. That's going to die as well. I'm not timing this right today, am I? Come on, call some Pikmin. Don't want to miss out my chance. I missed a few shots there, but don't matter. Up his nostrils. Call back. Calling all Pikmin. God damn it. You're going to have a lot of yellow deaths here if you're not exactly the best at timing, but because you want to get it all done in a day like I'm doing, you're going to have a few yellow deaths, but don't matter. It's okay. Let's see if this yellow gets lucky. He didn't chuck the bomb. What's he like? Seriously. And yes, that explosion through his nostrils can hurt your reds. I have had a massacre of Pikmin like that before, and I was just standing in front of him waiting to pounce on him. And the explosion that was my attack actually killed my own Pikmin, even though it came from his body. Yes, that tongue can get Pikmin from that distance, but he won't go after them if they're behind the wall. Which is kind of good, actually. You know what? I'll bring 2, just in case of buffer, you know. And the more bombs he eats, the more damage it's going to do, and the longer the stun. But seriously, you want to get the stun correct. And that wasn't the right direction, you stupid yellow. Okay, where's that bomb? Right, let's see what happens. Oh, chuck the bomb! Chuck the bomb! Oh! And the bomb explosion went before he slurped them all up. God damn it. Okay, dismiss. Please don't get those. Please don't eat my Pikmin. And why have I still got a red following me? Get back over there, you. Right, got a bomb. And then when he gets to half health, he starts to become an annoying bastard, to be perfectly honest. Okay, that Pikmin's dead. He didn't get a chance to throw it. As you saw there, that explosion actually did kill a few of my reds. I wasn't trying to show that off, it just sort of happened. Okay, come on. Oh, off his nose. Ugh. Such a hot-blooded fight, this. Adrenaline. I mean, why is a red once again following me? Go back over there. Okay, get a bomb. Thank you. 2 bombs. Whatever. 3 bombs? No. Okay, they've all gone down anyway. Whatever. More damage. Okay, let's chuck him in front. No, don't turn. Okay, don't drop the bomb. See what happens when you whistle. Okay. Here we go. His eyes, when that explosion goes off in his belly, he's like, ooh, that was painful, and it surely is. I mean, who would like their insides to be blown inside out? You could hear the impact! Jesus! That one idiotic Pikmin just went, oh god. Oh my god, he is actually going for the bomb when I just placed it there, just in case. Okay, that works. Go, my Pikmin! Come on! He's already in the orange! We got this, come on! Okay, he's jumping. Okay, now this is where he starts to get annoying, because when you're trying to do stuff, he can sometimes not be as cooperative as you would like. Because if he will do it, because otherwise he'll make me look, oh, he's doing it! He'll be jumping around like a loony! And he might do it consecutively as well, like that! Chuck the bomb! Ugh. And that can really mess you up sometimes, especially when you're trying to make him eat the bomb only, or making the if the explosion hits his tongue, but he doesn't eat the bomb, that is what you really want. Okay, is he gonna do it this time? Eat me! Eat me! That's what he was! He slapped his face! He slapped his face with his own tongue because the explosion knocked his tongue back. That actually stuns him for longer, believe it or not. And look how much damage I can get out of it. Look, he's still stunned. Okay, now he ain't, but Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you can do a lot. And I think I've been saying that a lot recently! You idiotic reds! You idiotic reds! Dismiss! Call them back before he jumps. They're dead. You're gonna have deaths. You're gonna have deaths. It is unavoidable sometimes. So far we've had less than, well, almost 20 deaths, but can't be helped. And it's really worth it because the day's almost over and he's almost dead. We can easily do this. Come on! Only once have I done it, killed him like in one... Only once have I actually killed him in one day and finished the final trial in one day. And that was my practice file with this game. Couldn't seem to form that sentence. Okay, come on. You know what? We're just going to go all out. Come on. Kill him. Kill him. Just keep throwing them. Just keep throwing them! Just keep throwing them! Get out of there! Maybe not the smartest idea, but whatever! I lost a few Pikmin. Okay. Okay. Going all out didn't exactly work in my favour. Come on, one Pikmin. Come on. We can do this. If you can just eat one more bomb here, we've got him. I don't want him facing in that direction, to be perfectly honest, because I can't see him that well. I can't see his ugly mug. Come on. Right, chuck a Pikmin. Call my reds. Alright, he's going to explode. Boom! Oh wow, the explosion actually killed him! I didn't know to chuck any Pikmin to beat him! That's the first time that's ever happened! When he's dead, he'll just go stupid and start digging away, trying to hide his corpse before he falls apart, leaving behind 25 pellets worth of Pikmin if they go to the wrong onions, of course. Call all your Pikmin back, and your bombs, well, I'm just going to call them, and they didn't drop the bombs once again. Keep trying to prove me wrong, aren't you? We've got 74 Pikmin out of 74 Pikmin. This is our last piece! At long last! I have found the final part, my secret safe. And it's as full as ever. How glad I am that I persisted in my search without losing hope. Now I can leave this planet without any regrets, except for the Pikmin deaths, of course. Maybe I'll even stop and pick up some souvenirs for my wife and kids back on planet Hocotate, setting the stage for the second game of the series. And, believe it or not, this is prepare for a shock. But actually, no, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to find out once we beat the level. We do not need to grab the... You do not need to grab the pellets because once you grab the final piece, you're not even going to get a chance to see your overall Pikmin score anyway. I mean, I guess if you want to give yourself a little bit more of a boost before you bring the ship part back, but that's only if you beat Emperor Bulblax on a different day after building the level up. Because then you would have time. I'm just hoping to God that they can make it back in time. Because if they don't, I'm going to be so annoyed. And while I have some spare time, I guess I can show you where... There, right here. These are the candy pop bugs I was talking about earlier on in this episode. My God, I killed him with just a bomb explosion. He must have had so little health. I could have went all out in the end. And come on, Pikmin! Make it! Make it! I'm actually cutting it pretty close here. And I also got pretty lucky considering that he didn't do the multiple jumping attack most of the time. He only did that like twice. And I've still got all these bomb rocks. You know what, can I not just do that? No, they're not going to drop the bomb rocks, and they just don't want to show me. Come on! 8 seconds remaining! Get back to the ship! God damn! Talk about cutting it close, or what? I mean, at least I didn't have too many deaths, unlike what I usually do, because, you know, because sometimes you can get massive deaths and you have to do the whole level again. But whatever! We have finally recovered every ship part. Now we can return home to Hocotate. Epic music time! Wait for it. I love that clip. And now for the final ending of the game. This is the best ending in the game, by the way, because we got all 30 parts. Bye, Pikmin. That's clever. Don't get me wrong. That is excellently clever. It's like that whole row of Pikmin actually waving goodbye to Olimar. It's like thanks for raising our numbers so that we are the top of the evolutionary chain. And the dolphin is fully rebuilt. Pikmin are hungry! Om nom 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 Bulb. Even though there was no Bulb in this level, whatever. Om nom 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 nom. I love that growl. I love the sound effects in this game. It's just so cute, funny, and just downright awesome. The distant planet. We've left orbit. And look at all these onions! Look, there's a light blue, there's a purple, there's a black. Well, we already know what the black onion is, but there's an orange there as well. Are we ever going to have an orange Pikmin? In Pikmin 4, if Pikmin 4 ever does come out, like what they were saying for Pikmin 3. We've had purple Pikmin before, but they didn't have an onion. We've had white Pikmin, but they didn't have an onion. Yeah, but then again, that's in the next game, so I can't really talk much about that. Spoilers! I love this. I love that little slide by with the dolphin swimming through space. See what I did there? Dolphin swimming in space. Haha. And that is Pikmin 100% beaten. In half the allotted days. Final scoring! Haha! I tied my best parts and days. You can see what I've done previously. I haven't played this game 5 times. Like I said, this was my 4th run through. Well, actually, that is true. My first ever run was 30 out of 27. You can see that it didn't exactly... Oh no, my 5th one... Oh yeah, my memory card got wiped beforehand. That was like years ago, so never mind. But yeah, you can see that my surviving Pikmin was only 3rd of normal. I mean, I had a lot of surviving before. But as you can see, your scores are never linked together. They're just different scorings for each run. I mean, look, the total Pikmin lost. I actually lost less Pikmin on my camera run. That, in itself, is an achievement. Boop! And here is the list of all the ship parts. The ones in yellow are, of course, the required ones. And the ones that are in blue, like I put in the captions, are the ones that are optional. And yes, the secret safe is optional. So as long as you open up the final trial, you don't have to actually do the final trial. You could just waste all the other days building up Pikmin numbers and just getting a good score on building up the Pikmin population. But yeah, the secret safe that was held by the Emperor Bulblax is optional. Mind blown. Not really. You all knew it was. Because of my captions. And, well, I hate one choice save boxes, even though I always choose save most of the time. Always choose save most of the time. My English are amazing. And credits! This would have obviously taken me half a month to do, considering that I did a day of uploading. I did like a day for the game for a day of uploading, even though I did some days multiple times. But because I was doing Metroid Other M, and they were alternating like one after another, it took me literally a whole month, plus 2 extra days because of that little break I had to take because of technical issues. Well, whatever. I think I was more... Well, I wouldn't say that this tops Twilight Princess, because that was my first LP. I think nothing can top Twilight Princess in terms of being a good LP, because I was beginning, it was my first LP, but this, my second, because Kingdom Hearts Final Mix wasn't able to be done because of reasons. Just watch my other update video because of that. Yeah, so yeah, we've beaten the main story of Pikmin. I think I should go into more detail on what I was talking about with my previous runs of the game. The first time I had the game, I only got 27 ship parts out of 30, and I ran out of days, and I actually got the worst ending. If you want to go search it up on YouTube, because I'm not exactly going to play the entire game again just to show off the bad ending, or just keep clicking Return to Sunset, because I still have to do the first day for that, and it's just like, ugh. Because I've got other things planned than showing all the other endings, because this was 100% walkthrough. It wouldn't make much sense if a 100% walkthrough series had the other endings shown off, so I guess I would describe them. The bad ending is pretty much where Olimar fails to lift off. His ship tries to leave the atmosphere, but doesn't, and it just crashes back down again. And then the next day, Pikmin take him into the Red Onion, and he becomes an Olimar-type Pikmin, I guess. And because of that, bad ending, because it's not the canonical ending. Normal or good ending, which I got the good ending. The normal ending is pretty much it starts off the same as the bad ending, because you have to get the 25 required pieces when you're lifting off. But because you got the 25 required pieces, you actually do lift off and see what that dolphin did with this thing. So that's the only difference really in terms of the normal ending. This is the good ending, of course, and because I got the good ending, we get the enemy roll call. If you're playing the Wii version, it'll be in a smaller box, because obviously this is pre-recorded footage, because most of the stuff you're going to see is beta, and you can also see why I'm getting enemy bios and stuff. You can see where I got some of my end cards from. I love this music. Red bug. This creature's thick hide protects it from most attackers, even though you can just keep chucking Pikmin on top of it, which is a lot easier said than done. But no, which is easier to do in the sequel. Let's just say that. And that dude was an idiot on getting all three of them out at once, but whatever. But yeah, this is a beta screen of the Distant Spring, actually, because you've got the same terrain, you've just got a lot of stuff missing, and it looks completely different. So yeah, you can tell that this is all pre-recorded. Well, not me pre-recording. This enemy rule call was pre-recorded from the developers. It's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it was Dwarf Bulbear. I was correct, because because they do look like Bulborbs, and even though they do look like Bulborbs, they're not. I don't get it. I mean, the baby versions. I mean, look, Dwarf Bulborb and then the big Bulborb. I don't get, because apparently they're similar to the normal big Bulborbs, but they belong to an entirely different species, even though they are clearly the baby form. I don't get that. Blech. Emperor Bulblax. This massive grub dog buries itself when hunting, because he's a douche. And, well, once you beat the game, you unlock challenge mode, which I guess I should bring up right now, because challenge mode pretty much means you choose one of the 5 areas in the game and try to build up as many Pikmin as possible for the end of the day. I don't think deaths affect your score, except for your speed on working, obviously, and mine's gone blank. That happens sometimes. Doesn't normally happen on recording. I guess it's the first time for everything against. And some of these enemies, like Gulix, we haven't actually seen while playing the game, and some enemies that we haven't seen in some areas, like a swooping snitch bug in the Forest of Hope. You do get swooping snitch bugs in the Forest of Hope, because the further you go within the days, the more harder the areas become. Like, more enemies, or more, well, a bigger number of the same enemies that are normally there, different enemies appear, maybe even more powerful versions of enemies, like instead of normal Bulborbs, you get Dwarf Bulbears, Spotty Bulbears and stuff. Instead of Puffy Blowhogs, you get like Fire Blowhogs. I mean, there's some differences like that that are apparent when you go through the game, and like for a longer period of time than 15 days. And of course, I haven't shown off some of these enemies like Gulix, the Mamuta, which is right on screen right now. It's just there's a reason why I haven't shown those, because you have to actually go out your way to fight them, and some of them are easy to beat, some of them are not. The Pearly Clam, I don't know why that's an enemy. That's more of an obstacle than anything else to me, but whatever. Guess if it has to have an energy bar. So why are the bomb rocks not in here? Anyway, whatever. Pellet Posies. Everyone seems to spell them as P-O-S-S-I-E. Ah, the humongous fungus himself. This is what would normally happen. Oh, no, okay, it doesn't show you. I forgot. Basically, you saw the path affect the Pikmin. Once that happens, they become zombie Pikmin and they try to attack you. And, yeah, they just stay like that for a while. This is just taking a while. I mean, I don't think I can skip this, and I'm not going to. So, whatever. Because I'm actually running out of commentary now to talk about. So, yeah. Next video that's coming out on my channel is going to be an update video explaining what's going to happen in the next week. I mean, because I'm going to take a break before because obviously I'm stopping Metroid Other M because that was my previously uploaded video. I've already said near the end of that video that I'm going to be stopping for a while, but so that I can prepare for next LP for Halloween. So yeah, but I'll get more into that in the next update video that I'm going to be creating after this is finished. And Smoky Prog, keep an eye out for this. Do you remember that egg? Remember that egg in the Distant Spring? Well, the Smoky Prog and that egg are related in some fashion. Because yeah, I'll get into it later. It's actually an optional boss, like I said before. Oh, like, look at that face, it's so derpy. It's like, ah, I'm so cute, please, let me eat you. I could get a stuffed toy of a Bulborb. They're just happy. Water Downpours, we're literally getting the rare treatment right here. Well, days of old. Before they went to Microsoft. Seriously, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, it's not a platformer. Why have they had to change the formula? I mean, Grunty's Revenge is actually the easiest one on the Game Boy Advance in the series, and yet some people don't call it canon, but I don't know. Oh, that was a bit of an annoyance, and these Wollywogs. I mean, the yellow Wollywogs were more of the annoyance than these ones, because the yellow Wollywogs are more defensive. Like these ones! I don't know why they get their own separate ones, just because they have difference in colour and shape, but whatever. After evolution led by the development of its specialised jumping ability, this amphibian actually lost much of its ability to swim. Yeah. That's why there's no deep things. And because we got the good end, or the happy end, shall I say, we get this awesome picture of Pikmin having a party. Including Steve, of course, right above Nintendo. So at least now at least we now know why he was in Miyamoto's pouch during E3 the other year. And then you're brought back to the title screen. If you go back to your file, you'll be pretty much starting back at the beginning of the day that you just finished. As you can see here, it's pretty much the same as I did before I even started this recording. Just like in true Zelda fashion, of course. But hang on. Challenge mode. I've already gone through challenge mode, and guess what? You know those enemies that we saw in the roll call and challenge mode? Well, I'm going to go over them as bonus videos, but it won't happen until after my Halloween videos, so it's going to be a while before then. Because I would like to finish Metroid Other M as quickly as possible now, and, well, obviously get started on my Halloween video, well, Halloween Let's Play. That I'll also talk about in my update video. So, I think we did pretty good. I mean, we didn't get that many achievements, but then again, it wasn't such a big game in the first place. We pretty much beat this game 100% in half the time. But my plan actually went better than I expected. I mean, I had the least amount of deaths. I had everything done. It's just everything went exactly as planned, pretty much. And I uploaded almost every day as well, as possible, excluding the 2-day gap. So yeah, in the next episode of Pikmin, guys, I will show you off all the optional enemies and bosses in the game that you wouldn't normally fight under normal circumstances. I didn't do that. It's going into a demo because I left the menu open, but whatever. Why am I telling you this? It's not even on screen. My title card is pretty much on screen with totals and everything. Whatever. Because that's how I normally end my finale videos. But anyway, in the next episode, guys, we will show off the optional bosses and stuff. But in the next episode of next video in my channel, it'll be an update video telling you what to expect on Halloween. See you guys then.